Well, hello and welcome to a brand new vlog. So in case you're new here, my name is Diane. I work in film and television as an assistant prop master, and I also write. I'm currently working on the second draft of my first ever novel, which is a new adult contemporary, and I make videos about that here on the internet, and you're watching one of them. So if you see anything you like here, consider sticking around because I would love to have you as part of the family. Okay, so today is Saturday, February 19th. This weekend is gonna be jam-packed with things. I really wanna be as productive as possible this weekend. I have some goals. Right now it's 10:30 in the morning and I'm about to leave to go bring my parents' dog to the groomer. So I gotta go drop him off and then I gotta come back home and do a couple of things here, and then I gotta go pick him up and bring him back to my parents. So that's gonna take a little bit of time for my day. But we're still gonna get a lot done today, okay? Definitely we're working on Ben. I am currently writing chapter 6. So I feel like I'm gonna be making some decent progress in chapter 6 today and tomorrow. I also really want to do some secret project work. I've already decided March is gonna be my month, okay? I would love to get at least 5 chapters done in March. It's a special month for me and I just want to kind of reset in a way and just like refocus and get organized because I have been feeling a little bit not so great. So I really want to focus on the things that are important to me and the things that are really gonna benefit me. You know, like I'm doing a lot of health stuff in March as well. So technically this is actually a long weekend for me. I also had yesterday, Friday off, but because I didn't get home from work until like 5:30 in the morning Friday morning, yesterday was it wasn't like a full day, you know. I slept I tried to sleep up until about noon, and I was just feeling kind of groggy and just tired from the week, so I didn't really do much yesterday. But today and tomorrow we are getting some work done. We are doing some things. First things first though, I gotta go take Louie to his grooming appointment because he needs it. That poor little fluff ball needs a spa day. Wow, it's 5:45. I have just arrived back home. Long story short, the day hasn't quite gone as planned and I'm very irritable. Like I'm very irritated right now and I'm just trying to stay calm, stay positive, and make the most of my evening. Okay, not the long story. So I went to bring my dog to his grooming appointment and that was at 11:30. I got there, I was running late, there was like more traffic than usual, so I was a little bit late, which was totally fine. They were really good about it, but I felt bad and I was just really, I've just been irritable all day. Like every little thing is like, but that was fine, so I dropped him off. But as I was driving on the way, it was really snowy and windy, and I also noticed that my car, I don't know, it seemed like there was a transmission issue. I didn't have a light come on or anything, but it just felt like it was struggling. Like it felt like my car was struggling to switch into third gear. And my original plan was to come back home and do some work while he's getting groomed and then go back and pick him up and drop him off at my parents'. But because it was really snowy and then I just felt like there was something wrong with my car, I didn't want to have to drive the half hour back home and then the other half hour back and the other half hour back to my parents. So I was like, let me just stay in the area and see if I can maybe get my car checked out. So I went to the Canadian Tire and they took my car, but then I got a call like 5 minutes later and the guy was like, you know, I was talking to my guy and he was saying because of my car and whatnot, like sometimes it's tricky to get a diagnostic on transmission issues or something. I don't know what it was, but he was like, I don't want to waste your money and your time and you end up not even knowing what's wrong with your car. So he recommended I go to another shop. So I just picked up my car and I had lunch and I just kind of stayed in the area. I went to Indigo. I actually bought my next bullet journal because the one I'm currently using is almost done. So I'm gonna start this one next month. I got yellow because I feel like I just need some positive sun vibes, you know, like some positive energy in my life. So I'm gonna do the yellow. So it was nice, it was fine. I was a little bit stressed out because I was thinking about how I don't want to have to pay to get my car fixed. Like I hope there's nothing wrong. So I picked up Louis when he was done at like 4 something and I went home, and my dad is a mechanic. He was a mechanic back home in Portugal. Here he worked in construction, but he's very, very good with cars. So I had him check it out and he's like, no, everything seems fine. Like there's no glaring transmission issue. But that's been my day and it's basically 6 o'clock. I've done no writing, I've done no editing, I've done nothing. I didn't get to film a video today and my usual vlogging camera is dead, so I'm charging that. I'm on my other camera that I don't really use as often anymore, so if it seems a little different, that's why. And now I'm just eating chocolate chips and trying to make the best of my evening. I really need to do a lot of editing, so I think that's what the bulk of the evening is gonna be. I'm gonna do about a half hour of Ben writing, but for the most part I really gotta get some editing done, so I'm gonna be doing that for the evening. I'm not feeling all that great health-wise, and that's also really frustrating. It's just been a very frustrating day. Like, I just don't feel well today. I'm definitely feeling very on the verge of tears. Like, I just feel like shaky. My nervous system today is especially dysregulated. It's just not, things aren't feeling good. Things are really not feeling good. I had one of my weird sleeps, so I'm sure that that's part of it. I'm grateful that the last couple days have actually been pretty good for sleep, and when I say pretty good, I just mean they haven't been terrible, but I just wish that I could sleep. I just wish that I could sleep and feel normal, like feel okay, instead of trying to like convince myself that I'm feeling okay and trying to ignore the fact that I don't feel okay. Anyway, I'm gonna get to a little bit of writing and some editing. Oh my gosh, I have started a brand new show. I have not been able to start a brand new show that I've never seen in over 2 years. I don't exactly know what the psychology is behind that, about, you know, anxiety and not being able to start new shows. I think there's some sort of connection there. But a few days ago, I started a brand new show and I'm loving it so much. It's a show that I remember when it first came out, I did want to watch it, but I just never got around to it. I was never able to, you know, catch it when it was on TV or anything. But then the other day I saw on my Prime Video that it was there, like it just came up. I don't know if it was recently added or if some sort of algorithm made it just pop up for me, but I saw it and I was like, oh my god, isn't that the show with that actor that I love? Let me check it out. So then I checked it and it is the show with the actor that I love, and it's so good. I've already finished the first season and I'm loving it. Like I love the way it looks, I love the way it's shot, I love the story, I love it all. I love the acting, it's so good. And so the show that has finally broken me out of my new TV show watching slump is Preacher. So good. And in case you're wondering who the actor is, it is Joseph Gilgun. Gilgun? I don't know if it's Gilgun or Gilgun, but either way, I love him. This is him. And I fell in love with him back in 2015, the first time I watched Misfits, and just, I think he's a great actor, I think he's hilarious, and I also think he's kind of really hot in like the more unconventional way. Like he's definitely got kind of a renaissance-y look to him, but I love him. Okay, I definitely have not had the most productive day, or the day that I had planned to be super productive, but that's okay. We're gonna make the most of it. We're gonna get as much done as we can, and yeah. Okay, so it's currently 7:42. I managed to do a little bit of writing. I could only fit in a short writing session today just because of how my day is gone and the fact that I need to do a lot of editing, but I still managed to get 200 words, and I finished the first 2 scenes of chapter 6. So my next writing session will be a whole new scene, and I'm really excited. I was reading over some of the previous scenes, and I was laughing, and like I love these characters. But right now, I'm gonna have some food. So a friend of mine, I love him so much. I feel like his love language is just like buying people food, because every once in a while he'll like buy me breakfast or dinner or something, and I appreciate it so much because I love food. And so last weekend he bought me these cinnamon roll pancakes with this really good whipped cream. It was so good. He knew that I was having a rough week. He knows that I've been having just kind of a rough time in general in life, so I think that's why. And then today he was gonna buy me breakfast again, but because I was out of the house for basically the entire day, he said, how about breakfast for dinner? So that's what I'm currently having. I'm having eggs Benedict with potatoes, and it's gonna be so good. So I'm gonna eat this and watch an episode of Preacher. I'm really excited for Preacher. I'm just about to start season 2. I feel like there's only 4 seasons, so I should really pace myself, but it's just so good, and I'm so happy to be starting a new show that I've never seen before, and not know where it's going and not know what happens. Like it just feels really, really good. So yeah, that's what's going on, and I'm gonna try to enjoy this. This show's so good! Let me know if any of you have watched Preacher, if you like Preacher. Talk to me about it, because, oh my god, I love it. This hollandaise sauce is divine. So today is Sunday, it's February 20th. Time is moving so quickly, it's giving me a little bit of anxiety, but it's okay, we're gonna get through it. Today is gonna be a good day. I have so far today had a more productive day and less irritable day than I did yesterday. Yesterday was not a great day, but today is gonna be a much better day. So again, I have my list going here. I have a slightly shorter to-do list today. So I finished editing the vlog that just went up today, and I have posted it. So that's 2 big things off my list, okay? It is currently 1 p.m. and I want to spend a chunk of the day writing, but I also need to spend a chunk of the day filming a video for my nostalgia series. Okay, so it's about 4 p.m. right now. I did manage to film an episode for my nostalgia series, so I'm happy about that. I only wrote about 200 words yesterday, and I don't think I'm gonna be writing too much more than that today, but I am starting on scene 3 of this chapter, so I'd like to make a little progress in this. It's not very long, and I don't think it's gonna be too much longer than this. I think the main thing for this scene is I need to add a little bit more description. And I think a bit of the dialogue needs to be tweaked, and I might need to add a little bit more dialogue. But in general, it's a pretty straightforward scene. So I don't think, I shouldn't say that. It might take me a long time. Who knows? I really wanted to work on my secret project this weekend, and I technically kind of did a little bit, not nearly enough, but I think it's gonna be something that I'm gonna have to put off until I'm done work. Like I'm on my last week of work. This is gonna be my last shooting week. I can't wait to be unemployed again. Is that bad? That's bad, right? I do love my job, but it's hard when I also really love doing this stuff, writing and YouTube stuff, and I can't, it's just so hard to do it while I'm working. Sometimes I do kind of start to resent my film job, my film work, but I do love it, and I'm very, very grateful to be able to do what I do because it is fun. It's hard, but it's also really fun. I think I'm gonna put my writing playlist on shuffle and just listen to some stuff. Okay, chapter 6, scene 3.
It's too late now to turn around and back again. I made my bed and now I lay my head in it. And I'm sorry I'm not perfect, but I knew that I wouldn't be. I guess it's for the best, you know the worst in me. I'm sorry, my actions, they haunt me, and I'll never live it down. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. You call my bluff.
Okay, so I did about 25-30 minutes of writing, and I got 402 words. It's not much, but that's okay because it's still some progress. I worry that I'm overwriting a little bit. I'm overwriting, but also underwriting. I have to figure it out. It's definitely gonna take me a couple drafts, but I'm adding some more details. They're not very well written. They're not good, but I'm just adding in more bits of it. And I'm also adding a little bit more dialogue. I don't know. I think this dialogue is necessary. I think this is a fine place to put this dialogue. I know that in the scenes to come, dialogue is a big thing because there's a lot of stuff that I want them to talk about, and I know that I haven't spaced it out very well in the zero draft, and I don't think that I've made them talk enough about the things, so I'll definitely need to be adding more, and I think that's what this draft is about. I'm just kind of adding more, like to the point where it's like more than I need, which is fine because in the zero draft I have less than I need. So with draft 2 I just want to add more than I need. So in draft 3 I can kind of clean it up a bit and really get a better sense of what the story is and just clean it up. I know that in a few chapters from now there's a big chunky exposition scene, and I'm wondering if there's a way I can kind of sprinkle some more things in along the way instead of doing it in like big clumps, you know? So that's kind of what I'm working on in this second draft, is like those kind of bigger things. Dialogue is definitely a big thing I need to work on in this draft, and adding some more details. So that's kind of what I'm doing, and it's definitely bulking up the word count, which, you know, is good, but also kind of bad because I know I'm gonna have to wade through all of this in the next draft. But I would always much rather have more than I need than not enough of what I need. At work I say this thing that I heard someone tell me, I forget who it was, but it was someone I worked with at one point, and he said it's better to be looking at it than looking for it. And that's very much true in the context that he was speaking in props, where it's better to just pack all the things that you need and to have more than you need than to be looking for a prop at the last minute, or, you know, whatever. And I feel like for me that also really works in the context of writing. I'd rather have more words than I need, more details than I need, more dialogue than I need, and work at scaling things back and kind of making things more refined and whatnot than trying to write more words and create more details and stuff like that. I'd rather have more and chip away at it than try to like scrape together whatever I can, you know? Anyways, after 4:30 I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna make myself a nice big salad. I'm gonna watch an episode of Preacher, and then I'm gonna go see my parents for a little bit. Okay, big salad and Preacher time. Oh shit. Tulip? I love the way this is shot. Eugene's getting hard down there in hell. No. The opening credits of Preacher definitely gives me Orange is the New Black vibes. And I'm into it. I like it. Cassidy can't turn his son into a vampire. No way. That's silly. He's so old. Oh, when he says love?
Yeah. No. Hi, Cass.
Things are rough. Cassidy's debating whether or not he should turn his son into a vampire. Jesse is struggling because he sold 1% of his soul. Tulip got touched by the saint of killers. Everyone's having a not so great time right now. And now there's this new guy in a white suit. Hello. So I feel like it's been a little while since I've vlogged. Today is Saturday, March 5th. It's about 2 p.m. right now. But I am officially completely done work. So now I have a lot more of my time back to devote to writing and YouTube and all the other things that I have planned. So sadly, I did not write at all last weekend. I just had too many kind of things going on and I wasn't able to actually sit down and do some writing. But my next vlog is definitely going to be a lot more productive because I just have all the time in the world. Also, I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I have a house guest. You good? So I'm actually cat sitting my best friend's cat. She's going away with her partner to Mexico for a week, so I am taking care of her cat for a week. So yeah, I have a little roommate for the week. I had originally planned to do my deep cleaning this week, but I definitely have to wait until he's gone before I can actually do any real deep cleaning because there's gonna be fur for like weeks. I'm sure of that. But he's so cute and I think he likes me. So yeah, this next week is definitely gonna be a lot more productive and a lot busier. I have like 4 different appointments. I kind of had to put off a lot of my appointments until after I was done work, so now I just have like a whole bunch of appointments this month and especially next week. So I have a very important question that I'd like to ask. I'd love your input. Any input would be great. I have been I've been flirting with the idea of starting a Patreon. I love the idea of having a place where you guys can support me, but also a place where I can give you more content and like just different things. And so I've been thinking about it and it's definitely something that I think I want to try. It's just I really struggle. I just feel like I don't have anything of value to give. I'm not sure what you guys want from me. So I'd love to know if I were to start a Patreon, what sort of things would you guys want? What sort of exclusive content or whatnot would you want? I definitely still have to do a lot more research on Patreon and kind of what I can do and what I can offer. I know that you can do tiers for certain prices, but I would love to make it as a just kind of pay what you can situation. I feel like that's probably the best way to go, but I just don't know what I can offer you guys. You know, like early access to things and shout outs and behind the scenes stuff. I like that. I think I would want to offer stuff like that, but I don't know, and I really want to offer what, you know, you guys want. So I'd love your input. I'd love your opinion. I would love any requests. So yeah, let me know if you think it's a good idea for me to start a Patreon and what you would like to see offered. Like if you were to sign up and you were supporting me monthly in a monetary fashion, what would you want? What would you want in return? Any and all suggestions, insights, recommendations, requests, all of it, all your opinions, they're all welcome. Gimme. I really want to just gather all the data and see kind of where you guys are at, because maybe right now isn't a good time to be doing that because there aren't enough people who would want to do that. I definitely still have a lot of things to think about and consider because I need to make sure that as much as I want to give you guys everything, I need to be realistic about it because when I'm working, things are very hard. It's definitely very hard to create consistent content when I'm working, so I need to keep that in mind as well. And even if you have any kind of YouTube video ideas, I would love to know anything. I aim to please. And yeah, other than that, let me know how you're doing. Let me know how your writing is going, how your reading is going, how your life is going. Just tell me all the things. I am very excited for this month, and not only because I'm actually gonna be off work, so I have literally all the time in the world to just do whatever I want, but it's also my birthday month, and my birthday is actually in 2 days. It's on March 7th, so I'm excited. I'm not excited to be getting older. I'm a little bit afraid of growing old and dying, but I'm excited to celebrate another birthday. All I know is over the next couple days, I'm gonna be having a lot of cake and a lot of food. Like that's what I want. So thank you so much for watching, and if you got to the end of this video, comment down below, stay gold, because you are good. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.